She was very active homemaker. She cooked, she sewed for people. She played golf, and later on they got a restaurant. Besides working as a secretary, they ran a restaurant in Chesterland.
That's the life Emily led before Alzheimer's. That was when these hands could swing a golf club or hug a child. The daughter of immigrants was living the American dream with children, a happy marriage, a happy life. Then she was widowed, and then
she moved to a condo, and there were ladies that golfed with her in this condo, and they would call me and say, your mom's really afraid, and she's paranoid, and she's afraid someone's going to get her.
Paranoia is common in the early stages of Alzheimer's, a pervasive fear that someone is coming to get you before anyone knows that the real enemy is already within. What you should fear is quietly, relentlessly attacking your brain.
And she was being more forgetful. She'd call me and say she couldn't find her keys and she couldn't find her medicine. And talk to the girls that she played cards with, she couldn't remember the cards.
Little by little, Emily's world got smaller. She would soon forget her own daughter's name.
But the other hard part was taking away the car. That
is hard to describe, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, was she angry?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gradually, the mother became the child, in need of around-the-clock care, disconnected, unresponsive, unless she is here.
Residents lose the ability to verbally communicate, they lose the ability to reason, but one thing that always sticks with them is their sense.
It's a multi-sensory room that can calm an agitated patient or stimulate someone like Emily.
The different strands that sometimes the residents will sit and they'll play with the strands. The bubble tube, which provides an audio experience for them. The sound of the bubbles are very soothing. The blankets also contribute to that tactile, the soft blankets. We've got the music, and depending on what we're trying to accomplish with the resident, we can play soft music and the room becomes a very calming atmosphere, or we can play Frank Sinatra or something a little bit more upbeat and it becomes a stimulating atmosphere.
The one thing I think that's nice about Alzheimer's I haven't seen, she has no pain. She seems happy. Physically, she's been fairly good. She hasn't had any real problems.
The bad days are few. The goal here is to, as much as possible, create days that are good.
Oftentimes with Alzheimer's, residents get into a position where they're in a wheelchair and they're looking down. So we'll put the projector in and we'll aim it at the ground, and as the resident becomes accustomed to looking at it, we'll slowly raise the projector and take their experience higher, and it gets residents to lift their head and to look, and just opens their world up for them a little bit.
The little thing